Hello, Alison here from Confident Image and Lifestyle, and I just thought I'd do a short video about creating a capsule wardrobe. I gave a talk last night to a lovely WI group, and it was done in a slightly different way than I've done it before, and I thought I'd just share a little bit around that talk because it did seem very well received, and I had a lot of interesting questions, which I always like. So this is a little whirlwind kind of overview of that talk. So if you'd have asked me to talk about capsule wardrobes a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have been interested, because I find the whole I did used to find the whole concept a little bit dull, a little bit boring. So I've never really talked about it that much. But a couple of things have happened over the last couple of years. So one is that I think we're very much more conscious of sustainability and making sure that clothes have multiple uses, that they last a long time, and we don't buy just for the sake of it. So that was one thing, definitely more conscious of that. Two, because I love colour, I was getting a bit over colourful. I know that sounds a bit strange for those of you watching this who love colour too, but what I found was I had such a colourful wardrobe that I was finding it quite hard to mix and match. And what I realised when I did a little bit of analysis on it was the fact that I didn't have enough neutrals. So your neutrals are the mortar that holds the colourful bricks together, if you like. And I didn't have enough of those to bring things together. So that's what I've been focused on building. So I've developed my own version of a capsule wardrobe, which does involve colour. It does keep everything sustainable and multi-uses, which is the fundamental part of a capsule wardrobe. And it does make it so much easier to get dressed in the morning, because you know that lots of things go with lots of things, and you know that you've got your basics in the right matching shades or complementary shades, like, you know, your handbags, your belts, your shoes, and all of that, and even your jewelry will all mix and match quite seamlessly together. But it does take a little bit of thought. So we started last night talking about identifying your style personality and what elements, and I don't like necessarily labels on things or you know, putting people in boxes, but being really aware of your real preferences, where you are in life now, I think can be really key. Identifying what parts of each personality you like the most and bringing it in and creating yours. So for me, I like all of my clothes to have a feminine touch. I'm definitely a very feminine style personality, basically. But that comes often with the romantic, which means kind of frills and bows and things like that, which not so much. So the feminine side is pretty colours, florals, you know, finishing touches, which are very feminine, but I don't like lots and lots of ruffle. I don't mind a little bit, but I don't like loads of lace and ruffles and bows and that kind of thing. So that's the feminine side. My second one is natural, because although natural tends to be very unstructured and really kind of easy to wear and lots of neutral, so that's not so much me, but the natural fabrics are very much me. So that's my sort of secondary, and then I have a little bit of classic coming in. Classic, not so much now. I don't work in a corporate environment, but when I was, then that was very classic. But even now, you know, most corporate environments don't have that traditional classic kind of suited and booted elements to it either. So I think most of us have gone much more smart casual for work, but depending on obviously what you do. So we want to have look at style personality, we want to then move on to what parts of your body do you love and know that you want to accentuate, and what parts of your body are you wanting to maybe disguise a little bit. And that's what we want to think of most. You know, we can label our body shape, and that's fine too. That can be really helpful. But mostly what it comes down to is bringing a balance to our shape and knowing what we want to really draw attention to and what maybe we want to minimize a little bit. So knowing that will really help you define what styles and shapes that you're going for. So that's your style, personality, your main body shape, and what you want to accentuate and what you want to disguise a little bit. Then thirdly, it's your color palette. So you can see with my just a little selection of my wardrobe here, I always suggest to my clients now that they choose 2 to 3 main colors, making sure that those colors do go well with each other. So mine's pink and green, and those of you who've seen videos with me before, pink and green is my favorite combination, but the pinks can go towards the corals and the greens can go darker in the winter. And then I bring it all together with my 2 neutrals, which are cream and shades of brown. Hated brown for many years, and then I realized, well, I've got brown hair, I've got brown eyes, so bringing it into my neutrals, and I've got fairly kind of creamy skin. So bringing those into my neutrals really brings a nice kind of put together look for me. That's what I like. So I have, you know, I don't worry that I've got like 3 or 4 cream jumpers, because they each have a different purpose. I've got a cotton, you know, quite casual one here, which will go over my summer dresses, which will go over a top if it's a bit cooler on a summer's day. I've got one that's kind of prettier and takes me out for an evening, and then I've got something that is you know, a kind of an in-between, and I've got that in cream as well. So it doesn't matter that I'm repeating, as long as each item has a different purpose. And I think that's the key, is to really think about what you're buying and think about how you're going to use it and where you're going to use it. So I have staple trousers in my a neutral and my pink and my green, but I also got a floral pair which I love, which has got the pink and green in, but it's also got a little bit of yellow and blue. So they would be my kind of next go-to colours. I do love yellow, and I'm very attracted to yellow, love wearing my shade of yellow. So I have a think about, when I'm adding yellow, how it's actually going to fit. So this dress again has got quite a lot of yellow in, and I'll often wear it with my yellow shoes if I want to smarten it up. But equally, if I want to make it a little bit more casual, I can wear it with my flat sandals and my little cream denim jacket over the top. So I won't go into too much detail because that's probably for another video, but you can see how you can sort of bring everything together, and I don't feel like it's boring anymore, but I do really think about how it's going to fit with my style, personality, my body shape, into my colour palette, and then finally into my lifestyle wheel. So where I need the most clothes is the largest part of my life, which is kind of day to day, working with clients, working online at home, that kind of thing. So that's where I put the bulk of my effort, the bulk of my budget, and making sure that everything's easy to get dressed in the morning. And then you can shop with intention, you can make lists, you can identify gaps, and when you go shopping you don't end up with lots of random things that you barely wear. So just in a nutshell, I'm going to stop there because I could go on about this all day. But if you want to know more about how you can fit a capsule wardrobe into your life, please do get in touch and we can have a styling session. But also, you may have seen that I've got a free packing challenge event going on next week for 11th, 12th, 13th of July. And we're going to be talking about creating a capsule for holidays, and so that we can pack really well and making sure that we've got everything that we need for our holiday. So I'd love you to join me then if you're free. And you'll find it all over my sort of bio, and it's going to take place in my Facebook group. So you're welcome to come and join us in that. So I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Have a lovely day.